Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed friends, and future champions of greatness, I'm here today to share with you a powerful secret, something so simple yet so profound that could change the course of your life. It's not about luck, it's not about waiting for the right time, and it's definitely not about external circumstances. No, today we're talking about the one thing you control, the one thing that will set you free, your mind. The first and most crucial step in brainwashing yourself for success is to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Every person at some point carries beliefs that hold them back, thoughts that are deeply ingrained in their subconscious mind. These limiting beliefs can come from childhood, past experiences, or societal influences. They shape how we view ourselves, how we approach challenges, and how we react to opportunities. Yet many of these beliefs are not based on reality. They are simply thoughts we've accepted as truths. Limiting beliefs often manifest as, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes, or I'm too old to start something new. These beliefs create mental barriers that prevent us from even attempting to pursue our goals. They act like invisible chains, tying us to a mindset of mediocrity or fear. But what's most dangerous is that we often don't realize how much power these beliefs have over us. We accept them as part of our identity as though they are fact. The truth is, they are nothing more than stories we tell ourselves, stories that we can rewrite. To brainwash yourself for success, you must first confront and challenge these limiting beliefs. This starts by recognizing them when they appear. They often surface during moments of doubt or when faced with challenges that seem too big to tackle. For example, if you're thinking of launching a new project but feel unqualified, that is your limiting belief in action. The thought, I'm not good enough, will whisper in your ear, and if you allow it to take hold, it will stop you from moving forward. The key to breaking free from these beliefs is awareness. You have to identify the specific thoughts that are holding you back. Once you know what they are, you can begin the process of replacing them. Every time a negative thought arises, ask yourself, is this true? Where is the evidence to support this belief? You may find that the evidence is sparse or non-existent. This is the first step in dismantling these false beliefs. The next step is to actively replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Empowering beliefs are thoughts that support your potential and growth. They are the thoughts that say, I can do this, I am capable, and I have the skills to succeed. Instead of thinking, I don't know enough, flip it to, I am always learning and growing. Instead of thinking, this is too hard for me, replace it with, I am strong enough to overcome challenges. These empowering beliefs are rooted in possibility, growth, and resilience. When you replace a limiting belief, it's important to affirm the new belief regularly. Repetition is key. Just as you've repeated the limiting beliefs over time, you must now repeat the empowering ones. The more you affirm these positive beliefs, the more they will become part of your identity. Your mind starts to adopt them as truths. Another powerful tool is to visualize yourself living from your new empowering beliefs. Imagine yourself walking through life with the confidence that you can handle whatever comes your way. Picture yourself succeeding in the very areas where you once doubted yourself. Visualizing success helps reinforce the new beliefs in a very tangible way. It connects your mind to the feeling of success and achievement, making it more accessible when the time comes to act. It's also crucial to be patient during this process. Changing your belief system takes time and effort. You may not completely eradicate your limiting beliefs overnight, and that's okay. What matters is that you start the process and stay committed to it. Every time you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought, replace it with something empowering. Even if you don't fully believe it yet, your mind is like clay, and with consistent effort, you can shape it into the powerful tool you need to succeed. Lastly, remember that replacing limiting beliefs is not about denying reality or ignoring challenges. It's about shifting your perspective so that you approach obstacles with a mindset of possibility rather than defeat. You're not pretending that life is easy, but you are believing that you have the strength, wisdom, and resilience to face whatever comes your way. It's about transforming your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. believing that success is not reserved for a few, but something you are fully capable of achieving. Visualizing success daily is one of the most powerful tools you can use to brainwash yourself for success. The power of visualization is often underestimated, yet it has been practiced by some of the most successful individuals in history. When you visualize, you are not just daydreaming or wishing for something to happen. You are actively engaging your mind in the process of creating the reality you desire. The mind doesn't distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined, and by consistently visualizing your success, you program your subconscious to believe it is possible. The first step in the process of visualization is to create a mental image of your desired outcome. This is not a vague idea of success, but a detailed, clear picture of what it looks like for you. If your goal is to start a business, imagine yourself running that business. See yourself confidently making decisions, interacting with clients, and growing your brand. If your dream is to become a published author, visualize yourself holding your book in your hand, seeing it on store shelves, and hearing positive feedback from readers. The clearer and more specific the image, the more effective the visualization will be. In addition to imagining the external outcomes, it's equally important to visualize the internal process that will lead you there. How do you feel in this successful future? Are you confident, determined, and motivated? Visualizing the emotions tied to success is crucial because your feelings are the driving force behind your action. The more vividly you can experience the emotions associated with your success, the more power you give to those feelings, and the more likely you are to take the steps necessary to bring them into reality. Visualizing success doesn't stop at the outcome. It also involves envisioning the challenges that may arise along the way. Successful people know that the road to success is rarely smooth. There will be setbacks, failures, and obstacles to overcome. So when you visualize, don't just picture the end goal. Also imagine yourself navigating the challenges with grace and resilience. See yourself finding solutions, learning from failures, and continuing forward with even greater determination. This not only prepares you mentally for what's to come, but also trains your mind to approach difficulties with confidence, knowing that they are merely stepping stones on the path to success. The power of visualization is amplified when you make it a daily practice. Just like physical exercise, the more consistently you visualize your success, the stronger and more ingrained it becomes in your mind. Take a few minutes each morning before you start your day to close your eyes and vividly imagine your desired outcome. This could be before you even get out of bed or while you're meditating. The key is to create a mental image that feels so real that it almost feels like you're already living it. The more sensory detail you include, the sights, sounds, smells, and emotions, the more real it becomes in your mind. Over time, this repetitive practice conditions your subconscious to accept the reality of your success. Visualization also acts as a form of positive reinforcement. When you see yourself succeeding regularly, your mind starts to believe that it is not only possible, but inevitable. This shifts your perspective, helping you see opportunities where you once saw obstacles and solutions where you previously saw dead ends. You begin to make decisions and take actions based on the belief that success is already on its way to you. Another important aspect of visualization is that it aligns your thoughts and actions with your goals. As you visualize, you are effectively telling your subconscious mind that success is your desired outcome. This prompts your mind to focus on what needs to be done to achieve that success. The science behind visualization is also compelling. Studies have shown that the brain activates the same neural pathways when we vividly imagine an action as it does when we actually perform that action. This means that every time you visualize yourself succeeding, your brain is effectively rehearsing the success in advance, preparing you to perform it in real life. Visualization can make you feel more competent, confident, and capable, which in turn leads to better performance when faced with real-world challenges. While visualization is powerful on its own, it becomes even more effective when paired with action. You can't just sit back and picture your success without taking the necessary steps to make it happen. But the beauty of visualization is that it reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed, which in turn fuels the actions you take. With each visualized success, you are building a stronger mindset, one that will propel you to act with purpose, clarity, and determination. The more you visualize, the more motivated you'll be to align your actions with your goals, bringing you closer and closer to the life you desire. Feeding your mind with positive input is one of the most critical habits for reprogramming yourself for success. What we consume mentally is just as important as what we consume physically. Our minds, like sponges, absorb everything around us. Whether it's the conversations we engage in, the books we read, the podcasts we listen to, or the media we watch. These inputs influence our thoughts, beliefs, and ultimately our action. If you want to brainwash yourself for success, you must consciously choose to fill your mind with positive, empowering, and motivational content that aligns with your goals. One of the most powerful forms of positive input is the material you choose to read. Books are an incredible tool for expanding your mindset, broadening your horizons, and learning from those who have already achieved success. Whether it's biographies of successful people, self-help books, or books on topics related to your field, reading opens your mind to new ideas and perspectives. These books often provide not just inspiration, but also practical strategies and wisdom that can be applied to your own life. When you immerse yourself in literature that challenges you to think bigger and act bolder, you begin to internalize the beliefs and attitudes of those who have mastered the art of success. Along with reading, listening to podcasts, audiobooks, and motivational speeches can provide a constant flow of positivity. The great thing about podcasts is that they are readily accessible and you can listen to them while doing other activities, whether you're driving, exercising, or preparing your meals. The key is to make listening to positive content a daily habit. Podcasts from successful entrepreneurs, thought leaders, or motivational speakers can fuel your mind with the latest ideas, success stories, and strategies that can help you elevate your life. These audio resources often provide insight into overcoming challenges, embracing failure as a lesson, and cultivating the mindset necessary for success. The more you listen to such content, the more your thoughts align with the principles of achievement, helping you stay motivated and focused on your goals. Another powerful form of positive input is the media you consume. We live in an age where news and social media are constantly in our faces, often filled with negativity, fear, and divisiveness. If you're not careful, this constant barrage of negative input can begin to shape your outlook on life. Instead of allowing your mind to be filled with fear-based headlines or toxic online discussions, you can choose to engage with content that inspires you, uplifts you, and supports your growth. Follow social media accounts that share success stories, motivational quotes, or educational content that enriches your life. By surrounding yourself with positivity online, you ensure that your mind is focused on what truly matters: your success, your growth, and your potential. Furthermore, the conversations you have with others play a significant role in shaping your mindset. If you are surrounded by people who are constantly negative, who dismiss your dreams, or who have a fixed mindset, their influence can limit your ability to reach your full potential. To feed your mind with positive input, it's essential to cultivate relationships with people who inspire you, encourage you, and challenge you to think bigger. Surround yourself with individuals who believe in the possibility of success, who are not afraid to dream big, and who are willing to put in the work required to achieve greatness. These individuals will not only provide positive reinforcement, but will also hold you accountable, ensuring that you remain focused and motivated on your journey. In addition to external sources of positive input, you must also cultivate an internal dialogue that supports your success. Self-talk is incredibly powerful. The words you say to yourself each day shape your beliefs and actions. If your internal dialogue is filled with self-doubt, criticism, or fear, it will be difficult to achieve success. Instead, feed your mind with empowering affirmations and positive self-talk. Remind yourself daily that you are capable, worthy, and destined for greatness. This shift in your inner dialogue will not only improve your self-esteem, but will also change the way you approach challenges and setbacks. When you replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations, you strengthen your belief in your ability to succeed. The idea of feeding your mind with positive input is not just about avoiding negativity, but about deliberately seeking out content and experiences that nurture your growth. By consistently surrounding yourself with uplifting material, whether it's books, podcasts, social media, or conversations, you are creating an environment that promotes a success-oriented mindset. This positive input reinforces your beliefs, motivates you to take action, and keeps you focused on the vision of success that you are working to create. The more you immerse yourself in this content, the more your mind will align with the thoughts, behaviors, and actions of successful people. Over time, this will rewire your brain to believe that success is not only possible, but inevitable. Surrounding yourself with like-minded people is one of the most powerful strategies for brainwashing yourself for success. The people you spend time with influence your thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes more than you might realize. The energy, mindset, and behaviors of those around you often shape how you approach challenges and pursue your goals. Success, after all, is not a solo journey. It requires collaboration, inspiration, and accountability. If you want to elevate your life, you must surround yourself with individuals who are aligned with your aspirations and who will challenge you to grow. When you surround yourself with like-minded people, you create a community of individuals who share similar values, ambitions, and goals. These people will encourage you when things get tough and will celebrate your successes with you. They will push you to think bigger, act bolder, and never settle for mediocrity. In many cases, the people around you will act as mirrors, reflecting your own beliefs about yourself and your potential. If you're surrounded by individuals who believe in their own success, who think positively, and who consistently take action toward their goals, you will naturally adopt these same attitudes. The mindset of those around you becomes contagious, and it will positively impact your own approach to success. One of the most important aspects of surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals is finding people who will challenge you. It's easy to be comfortable around people who share your mindset, but comfort doesn't lead to growth. Growth comes from being around people who push you beyond your limits, who ask tough questions, and who inspire you to think in new ways. These people won't just tell you what you want to hear, they'll encourage you to step outside your comfort zone and take risks. They will hold you accountable for your actions, reminding you of your goals when you lose sight of them, and supporting you when you fall short. Without this kind of challenge, it's easy to fall into complacency and miss out on opportunities for growth. It's also important to note that like-minded people don't just inspire and challenge you, they offer valuable perspectives and insights that can accelerate your success. Being around individuals who share your passions or professional interests means that you can exchange knowledge, ideas, and resources. Whether it's sharing business strategies, learning about new technologies, or discussing life lessons, these conversations broaden your horizons and provide you with tools that you can use to move forward. A supportive community can offer practical advice, lessons learned from their own experiences, and guidance that saves you time and effort. The wisdom of those who have already navigated the path you are on can be invaluable, allowing you to avoid pitfalls and make more informed decisions. Equally important is the need to distance yourself from people who have a negative mindset or who consistently undermine your efforts. Negative individuals often bring down the energy in a group, discourage ambition, and focus on problems rather than solutions. If you're constantly around people who criticize your dreams or belittle your goals, it becomes difficult to maintain the positive mindset required for success. Their doubts and criticisms can seep into your own thinking, making you question your abilities and potential. If you want to reprogram your mind for success, you must eliminate or distance yourself from those who are pessimistic, unsupportive, or who constantly focus on limitations rather than possibilities. Building a network of like-minded individuals doesn't just mean seeking out people who share your professional ambitions. It's also about surrounding yourself with individuals who are emotionally supportive and share similar values and life goals. People who encourage a healthy work-life balance, who support personal development, and who foster an atmosphere of mutual respect can make all the difference in maintaining a balanced and motivated mindset. When you're around people who prioritize growth, well-being, and success in all areas of life, it becomes easier for you to adopt these same principles. While it's important to seek out like-minded people, don't forget that diversity of thought can also be beneficial. Surrounding yourself with individuals who challenge your perspectives and offer different viewpoints can provide fresh insights and help you avoid blind spots. Having a mix of people who share your goals and others who bring different ideas to the table allows you to stay open-minded while remaining focused on your objectives. This diversity can enhance your ability to problem solve, think creatively, and innovate, which are all key components of success. Ultimately, the people you choose to surround yourself with can significantly impact your ability to succeed. A supportive, challenging, and inspiring network will help you stay motivated, focused, and accountable. The power of positive peer influence is undeniable, and the more intentional you are about the company you keep, the more likely you are to create an environment where success is not only possible, but inevitable. Your circle of influence plays a pivotal role in shaping the future you desire, and by carefully selecting the people around you, you ensure that your path to success is paved with support, growth, and unwavering belief in your potential. Taking unstoppable action is one of the most essential components of brainwashing yourself for success. It doesn't matter how many positive affirmations you say to yourself, how many hours you spend visualizing your goals, or how much motivational content you consume. Without action, nothing will change. Success doesn't happen through passive thinking or wishful dreaming. It happens when you take consistent, decisive steps toward your goals, even when the road gets tough. Taking action is where your true growth begins, and it's the catalyst that transforms your dreams into reality. One of the biggest obstacles people face when it comes to taking action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of the unknown, and fear of not being good enough can paralyze individuals, stopping them from even trying. But the key to taking unstoppable action is learning how to move forward despite fear. Fear is a natural emotion, but it should never hold you back. Instead of allowing fear to stop you, use it as a signal that you are pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, an essential step toward growth. Every time you face a challenge that invokes fear, you're one step closer to achieving success. In order to take unstoppable action, it's crucial to break down big goals into smaller, manageable steps. Big dreams can feel overwhelming, and when they feel overwhelming, it's easy to procrastinate or avoid taking any action at all. However, if you take your goal and break it into smaller, actionable steps, it becomes less intimidating. For example, if your goal is to write a book, don't think about the book as a whole. Instead, think about writing one page, then another, then another. By focusing on the small tasks rather than the massive end result, you make the process more achievable, and this helps maintain momentum. Every small action you take brings you closer to your ultimate goal. Additionally, the more consistently you take action, the easier it becomes to keep taking action. When you begin to act towards your goals regularly, you build momentum. Momentum makes it easier to continue moving forward, even when you encounter obstacles. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. It starts small, but as it gains momentum, it grows larger and faster. Similarly, when you take action each day, no matter how small the step, you build a foundation for success that becomes harder to stop as time goes on. The more you accomplish, the more you reinforce the belief in your ability to succeed, and the more motivated you become to keep moving forward. One of the most effective ways to take unstoppable action is by setting a clear schedule and holding yourself accountable. It's easy to get distracted by the day-to-day challenges of life, but if you make a commitment to show up for your goals each day, you are more likely to stay on track. Whether it's blocking out a specific time each day to work on your project or setting measurable goals and deadlines, Creating a structure for your efforts is crucial. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful. You need to create a clear plan and dedicate time and energy toward making it happen. When you prioritize your goals, you turn your actions into non-negotiable commitments rather than optional tasks. Another important aspect of taking unstoppable action is embracing failure as part of the process. Too often, people hold back because they fear failure. They worry that if they take a step forward and fail, it will be a reflection of their inability to succeed. In reality, failure is one of the most important teachers on the road to success. Every time you fail, you learn something valuable, whether it's a lesson about what doesn't work or a deeper understanding of your own resilience.